My name is Christopher McClung, and this is my prose performance piece by Peter McKay, syndicated humor columnist, entitled Nuts to You. This is for Communications 333. When we moved into this house almost 20 years ago, we had a small problem. Every time I went out the front door, I'd be attacked by squirrels. It turned out that the lady who owned the house before us for almost like 75 years liked to feed squirrels. She loved to feed them peanuts. When she passed away, at the age of 99, we moved in, and the squirrels saw us as mere annoyances. The old lady with the bowl of peanuts was somewhere in there. They were thinking as they tried to push me out the front door to get in. Some days I'd have to kick squirrels and turn them away as I left for work. It was a credit to the squirrels, though, that they never bit me, and a credit to me that I never bought a BB gun. Sooner or later, the squirrels learned to ignore us. As I clearly had no intention of going out and buying them nuts, I'm pretty sure the only difference between a squirrel and a rat is the fluffy tail, and those who didn't give up on us eventually gave up on the ghost of her. The oldest squirrels are no more than 8 years old. I looked it up. But few of them ever live that long. As their favorite sport, they like to play tag with cars, and that usually ends up kind of a mess. For years, the only memory of the hungry squirrels I could see was when I would be doing some renovation work and came across evidence of past meals. The voids in our basement walls and the spaces under the porch were littered with peanut shells, covered in decades of dust. I almost forgot and was pretty sure that they had too. Earlier this summer, my daughter was on our back porch. She was studying when she noticed a squirrel sitting at her feet unexpectedly. He wouldn't go away, so she went inside the house, got him a handful of peanuts, and he ate them and then left. The next day, he was back sitting on the deck, waiting for his meal. Before I knew it, my wife and kids were feeding him every couple of days. My daughter felt especially attached as he had come to her first, so she named him Squirrely Squirrel. When we got home from work, he'd be waiting for us on the front walk, running around in circles until we went in for the can of nuts. I did a little research. Well, actually, I just Googled it to see if this is a good idea. Animal lovers caution that you should avoid salted nuts, and you should get them unsalted nuts, because this will give squirrels high blood pressure. Well, I wasn't going to buy a special can of nuts for a rodent, so we just kept up the unsalted ones, and we put out a glass of water with them when we fed him. He seemed very appreciative, lapping away at the edge of the glass, and sometimes looked confused if there was not an accompanying beverage with his meal. All of this made me very uncomfortable. I'm not a big fan of animals with sharp teeth and beady eyes. I also found lots of YouTube videos of crazy squirrels attacking people. Seems squirrels get so used to human company and so impatient that if you don't feed them quickly enough, they'll totally climb up your legs and try to take the food from you. My wife is also playing with fire in that she sits on the front steps barefoot, feeding your squirrels, and that is just an accident waiting to happen. Her toes look almost exactly like cashews. Now, before you judge, why don't you slip off your shoes and look at your toes? Yours do too. As the squirrel has become more and more used to our family, he has started to get bolder. Sometimes he gets so close I'm afraid to move too quickly. While I wouldn't step on him on purpose, It's bound to happen, and then he's bound to bite the hand that feeds him. So one day this week, I came home from work to find Squirrely Squirrel sitting under the tree, gnawing at something. As I got closer, I realized it was a bone. Moving in even closer, it seemed that the bone was just about the right size and shape to be from another squirrel. I recoiled in horror as Squirrely Squirrel looked up at me and snarled with a crazy glow in his eyes. It was as if I was watching The Walking Dead on Animal Planet. I backed away. I went in the house, making a mental note not to go out and buy a big can of unsalted nuts. Squirrels are kind of crazy when they get that high blood pressure up. Thank you.